Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Coming up, one of the most interesting interviews I've had in a long time, featuring Leon Malmed. And you are, some would say, a Holocaust survivor. You have the pictures of your parents over here. You do a lot of speaking at the local colleges, UNR, Santa Clarita, Lake Tahoe Community College, sharing your experience, and you've even published a book recently called We Survived, At Last We Speak, or at least at last I speak, excuse me. So talk about your experience and share it with the folks out there.
Certainly. I was born in 1937 in France in a town called Compiègne, which is located about 45 miles of Paris. The war started actually in 1940, and for about a year nothing much happened. In 1941, then the Germans started to bomb our town, and they destroyed the center of our town. Our father, Schruller, who was not even a French citizen, he was still a Polish citizen, enlisted in a French army and was sent to the north of France to fight the invaders. My mother was left alone, and the war actually only lasted 3 weeks. My father came back. He changed quick in civilian clothes, and he came back to Compiègne. 17 rue Saint-Fiacre is the number of the street, Rue Saint-Fiacre, that just brings a lot of memories to me. Mm-hmm. Our parents, in 1942, as soon as the German invaded, the situation for Jewish people started to deteriorate very quickly. Yeah. In 1942, July 19th, on a Sunday morning at 5 a.m., the French police, sent by the SS, the Nazis, the Gestapo, who came and arrested our parents. Yeah. They were brought to the commandanture and delivered to the Nazis.
And luckily, you were saved by the folks right over your shoulder here, your second set of parents, as you would call them.
Exactly.
Not your neighbors anymore. They became your parents.
Parents, yes. Yeah. At 5 in the morning, that in a very quiet street, a very quiet town, it woke up our neighbors from down below. They came up, and they immediately, our parents were going crazy and said, "What are we going to do with our children?" I was at the time 4.5, my sister was 9, and Papa, Monsieur Henri Riboulot, said, "Do not worry, Mr. and Mrs. Malmed, we will take care until you return." They never knew that they would never return. Wow. And for the last 3 years during the war, they continued to pay the rent for our apartments on a very, very small salary. They were, I would say, very low middle class. Yeah. Not middle class, too poor.
What an incredible story. And you tell it in even more detail, of course, in your book.
Yes.
And you also do speakings just around the greater region and telling this story and giving people that inspiration they need.
I've been invited actually coast to coast. I've spoken in New York, in Florida, in Colombia.
Where can someone pick up the book before we run out of time here?
Certainly. The book can be bought from either Amazon.com, Lulu.com, Audible.com, and it is available, Kindle, yes.com. It is available in French, it is available in English, of course, and it will soon be available in Spanish.
Leon Malmed. The book title is We Survived, At Last I Speak. Pick up a copy today. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right. You're watching Tahoe Tonight. We'll be back.